Alrighty, so from today's inbox, would you please be able to briefly explain what the difference is between Neville Goddard's teaching and the law of attraction? Christina, I'm glad you asked. We've talked about this before in different ways, and every time I'm asked this question, we explore it in different ways. Because if you don't get the difference between salt and sugar, your dinner's going to suck. Some things look very similar, but they don't have the same flavor. They aren't the same thing at all. So, let's start with the Neville Goddard quote. Ready? We are what we imagine. If we persist in the assumption that we are what we wish to be, we will become transformed into that which we have imagined ourselves to be. This here is one of those pivotal quotes that totally changed my life. 20 years ago, maybe longer. We are what we imagine. What you are right now is the result of what you are imagining, what you have been imagining. Neville goes on to say we will become transformed. You will become transformed. Now, here's the cool thing. Let's go to why real quick. So let's talk about the law of attraction for a moment, right? Made popular by The Secret, which I really enjoyed, by the way. And it reminded me to wake back up and take care of business. But let's talk about The Secret versus Neville Goddard, Feeling It Real. Ready? When I watch The Secret, right at the beginning, they say there is a secret that bad people have kept away from us, and it's a secret about the universe. And my brain spins out at that. I go, right, there's a secret about the universe that bad people have kept away from us. But now, in this special time in history, the secret is coming out, and everyone can use it. I'm going to call bullshit. It sounds nice, doesn't it? Hey, we're rising up against the oppressors. Radio. See, Neville Goddard taught something very different. It's the truth about you that sets you free. I know, it's not as, sexy and it doesn't inspire people to rise up against the oppressors and all that bullshit. But it is the truth about you that sets you free. The question is, are you going to explore that truth? So it's the truth about you that sets you free. It's not a secret about the universe. It's a truth about you that sets you free that you can ignore or you can utilize. And that you can utilize effectively or ineffectively. A lot of people make a lot of mistakes. By the way, you've been doing this all your life. The question is, are you doing it effectively? Are you doing it knowingly? Are you doing it systematically? Are you doing it for fun? Or are you adding in things that don't matter? Things that slow you down. Here's another one. So a difference between the law of attraction and what Neville Goddard taught, what we do, what we see works, what you've been doing all along. In the law of attraction, you do silly shit that feels fun. Right? In the law of attraction, I went through The Secret and a lot of Neville Goddard, or I'm on a lot of law of attraction groups. And it's like being 7 years old again. You can play with crayons and tape, and you can sing and chant and dance. I love sketching, and I do have a roll of Gorilla Tape right here. Singing, yeah, kumbaya, my love, kumbaya. I love singing. Ooga, 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 shaga. Sometimes I even chant a little bit. And of course I love to dance. I love to do the cha-cha, the tango with Victoria. But none of that has anything to do with manifesting, because here's the thing. Before you can use a crayon, you have to imagine something that has you pick the damn thing up. Before you can use sticky tape on your fingers and photos, you got to imagine doing something with sticky tape. Singing, nothing really mattered. See, before I can sing Freddie Mercury, I have to actually hear a little Freddie Mercury in my head. That's called an imaginal act. Ooga, 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 shaga. I'm stuck on a feeling. See, I have to imagine chanting and singing before I do that. And you know all about dancing, right? You can watch people standing on the side of the dance floor, having that inner debate, do I or don't I? Will I look stupid? And some people just start imagining what it feels like to dance. And they start dancing. Some people imagine what it would feel like to have people make fun of them, and they stand there stiff as a board and people make fun of them because they're not dancing. You getting my drift here? So, the differences between Neville Goddard's teaching and the law of attraction, I'm going to have to make this a two-parter. But here's the big thing, ready? It's not a secret about the universe that bad people have kept away from you. That would imply that there's secondary powers out there trying to hold you back. You are God having the adventure of a lifetime. Neville Goddard says your awareness of being as God. I keep sharing with people how you are aware of anything in your life is how it shows up in your life. Plain and simple. There's this thing called money in the world. Do you imagine enjoying it, or do you imagine other people enjoying it? Do you imagine enjoying making it, spending it, having it, investing it? I do. Same thing with people. Some people, they imagine people are bad. Because like when I was about 7, they said, don't talk to strangers. And I asked, where will I get a crayon from? Who will I play sticky tape games with? And you'll do it by yourself, and you'll feel lonely. Right. See, some people imagine that shit up. And here's the thing. People always tell me, well, isn't it true, Mr. 20, that sticky tape and affirmations and all that dumb shit works if you believe it does? And I say, hey, let me ask you a question. You imagined debating with me, didn't you? Did you have to do affirmations, use sticky tape, crayons, wait for the rocks in the sky to get to the right place, play with your thank you rocks in your pocket? No. You just imagined arguing with me and feeling clever about it. And I imagine people getting gold. You might be one of them. So here's my suggestion. If you have gold today, go to NevilleGoddardStore.com. If you want to dive deep, dive fast, if you want to get the backbone of all we do, ManifestingMasteryCourse.com is there. It's the 90-day program, $97, 90-day adventure. Takes about 10-15 minutes a day total. Most of my quote-unquote workday is actually answering emails and posts from people in ManifestingMasteryCourse.com, because here's the thing. If you try to eat a buffalo all at once, you just burp a lot, and you won't get it down. It's these tiny little bits every day. We just say, hey, here's something to play with. It's very fun. It's very systematic. It will get you from where you are to where you want to go, if you play. That's ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. And if you've done that, if you want to dive deeper, if you just want to peek at our other stuff, we've got a lot of goodies. NevilleGoddardStore.com. Have a lovely day. And Christina, thanks for asking, because when you get, it's not a secret about the universe, it's the truth about you. It's not about attracting what you want, making it and making him come to you. It's about transforming who you are. Because I was the shy kid. I was the poor kid. I was the sickly kid. I've written about this. And I transformed who I am. And that's the big key, guys. When you transfer who you're being in the world that you are being in transforms. Have a lovely day. My name is Mr. 2020. See ya.